G'day everybody, so today I'm going to be showing you how I planted out this small veggie patch here in a 2 by 3 foot space. As you can see, there's still a bit more space, so I'll be planting some more stuff in there at some stage. But I'll be working out the cost, and then once everything starts producing, I'll be keeping track of how much and try and work out if it pays for itself or not. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, if you'd like to keep track of that, hit subscribe, and I'll be posting updates every week or so. These are the first 4 pots that I'll be starting with in the little balcony garden. And I only really used about 5 bags of potting mix and compost and just a little bit of cow manure mixed through it every now and then. So I've started some seedlings, which I'll be using, but if you didn't want to start seedlings, you could always go and buy little starts from a nursery or whatever. So we're going to be doing some jalapenos, some tomatoes, some zucchinis, and some spring onions here as well. And I might also try and get a few herbs in there growing around it, but yeah. I'm going to get this set up. I'll get this set up. I'm going to line that with plastic before I put the pots down, just to try and help conserve a little bit of water. G'day. So I figured I'd go over the pricing now. So the containers, the pots that I'm using, I pay about $3 on average for those, and I've allowed enough room there for there to be 6, so that's $18. As far as the soil and the potting mix and the compost and the bag of manure, they come out to about $4 each. To have enough to fill up the 6 pots, I'm going to go with 8, so that's $32. So what's that? $50. And then I just used a bag of fertilizer that you'll see coming up, which costs about $12. And as far as the plants, I didn't really pay for these seeds. I paid for them last year, and I'm just using the ones that are left over. But if all you're doing is starting out 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 plants, I would probably just put an ad up on Facebook or something and see if anybody's got any spare seedlings lying around at the start of spring, or old seeds that they don't want, and do it that way. Otherwise, you can add another $10 or $15 on. If you're going to buy them from the nursery. But yeah, I'll get back to it. So I'll add some more pots there during the week. It's Tuesday today, and I'll probably try and have this video out by the weekend, and we should have something good by then. And now, just before I plant my seedlings, I'm just going to be adding a bit of this Searles organic fertilizer. Now it says for pot plants 30 centimeters you need 1 tablespoon, and 40 centimeters 2 tablespoons every 6 to 8 weeks. So for these larger ones we'll use the 2 tablespoons, and this one we'll use the 1, and we'll probably use 3/4 of 1 for that. Now I'm not really going to use a tablespoon to measure, but I'm going to call that about a tablespoon. So we go a bit less for this little one here, and about double for these big ones. It shouldn't matter if you put a bit too much in or not enough. There is a bit of cow manure in there, and that'll add a bit of nitrogen as well. So I'm just going to use my little rake to rake them in, and I'll start putting them up. So yeah, if this is the only space you have available, you really just want to think about what you want to plant. Obviously I've got space in the backyard to plant pretty much everything.
You know, including vegetables I haven't tried just to try them. But if all you got is a little 6 foot space, you want to get as much out of it as possible. So that's why I've gone for mostly flowering plants, tomatoes, zucchini, things like that. You plant one of them and they're going to give you 100 tomatoes or 50 tomatoes. The same with zucchinis and what else am I planting? Jalapenos, capsicums. So yeah, you can put anything you want, eggplant, whatever. Spring onions are good because you can just cut them and come back and ignore in a couple of weeks' time. So what should we start with? Alright, it's getting a bit dark here, so I'm just going to get this finished off. Just going to put my zucchini in here. Now, you might notice I'm not digging the hole right in the center of the pot, and there is a reason for that. I plan to plant more things along the edges here, and I'm going to put in a trellis at some point. That in. My tomato here. Now the tomato will eventually need something to support it. Again, I have to have it up the trellis. Okay. So I'm just going to put one of my little orange, sort of a cherry tomato, one flower tomatoes. Hope you can hear me. And this should be good enough for the jalapeno, I think. I did grow some in a little pot like that last year, but they didn't do very well. Oops. It came out eventually. I should cover. Now we'll be adding mulch at some point. I'm just going to leave them for a couple of days to get established. Alright, and they're all planted up, so water them in and I'll come back and I'll do a little bit more tomorrow because it's getting a bit dark this afternoon to do anything really. Alright, so again I'll be adding to these, probably planting seeds tomorrow and putting down a bit of mulch, and then at the end of the week we'll see how it's gone and I'll put that video up for you. So one thing I have done since Tuesday, it's Friday now, I came out, I planted some seeds in here. Planted basil in this one and I planted coriander in here. So since the basil's only small, it should have plenty of room next to the tomato, and the same with the coriander. It it shouldn't be a problem growing next to the jalapeno there. But I will be adding more stuff as time goes on. Obviously, I've got more space there, so I'm thinking about putting in some herbs or something. But if there's anything specific you think I should be planting, let me know. And yeah, we'll see how much food we can produce as time goes on. And just one more thing I have done before I go is I've covered up where I've planted these seeds with a bit of cardboard. I haven't put any mulch in yet, but that'll help to keep that area of soil moist and help those seeds to sprout. So just check those under those every day, and yeah, once you see the seeds have sprouted, just take them away and we can mulch it later. Alright, well that's everything for this week, so I'll catch you next time. Have a good one.